Hello, hello. I don't want to quit the game. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. I am the nerd who plays things. It has been a lot longer than I'd be willing to admit since I have last done a live stream. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on for the past few weeks, but I think we're just gonna start it off with something chill. We're gonna start a new project that we're probably not gonna finish. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. What will we do? Okay, I want to use. I know which song I want to use. Do I have something selected here? No, I don't. Okay. I want to use a Boom Kitty song. Boom Kitty and Boom Kitty and Boom Kitty. I don't know. They not have Burning Sands on here? Nope. Burning Sands is not on there. I want to use Burning Sands, so let's try to find that. We're gonna do that thing so we can get the song. Alright, we're doing that thing. Let's change the background colors so that our eyes aren't burning the entire time we're burning like the sands the entire time we are working on this. Teleport the player up a bit. We're going to make sure that they don't fall down. We're going to go up a little bit more. There we go. That gets the camera where it looks not terrible. We're going to place an H block right here, and we're going to add all of these to group 1. We're going to set up a move. All the 9s. Group 1 will lock to player X. And group 1 will move up. Maybe 50? Let's try that. 1. Let's see how that looks. We want exponential in. We want something a little bit longer than that. Still a little bit longer. We're going to change that to 10. What if we used slopes instead? What is up, the dad who plays things? Okay, that looks kind of fun. But, like, is that what we want to happen? Should we do that? I don't know. Move it over half a block. Okay, that was weird. That was an odd thing that it did right there. What if we did something kind of like this, where we still had the thing. Nope. Doesn't like that. It doesn't like that either. Still doesn't like that. Okay, what are we doing? What if, like, right as the music start, or the this thing starts, well, first off, we're going to add these to their own group 2. We toggle off group 2. Okay, that's kind of interesting, though. Hide, and we just click no effects out of habit. $2.75 maybe. We toggle off group 1 right there. We do exponential n on this, maybe? Would that be fun? Or, of course, we're going to have to set that to a group. And if we do something kind of like that, and we this is something that I tend to do a lot, probably a lot more than I should, but it'll be fun. As this does the thing, we're going to zoom in exponentially. Exponential n. We're going to zoom in about, well, first we're going to do that thing, zoom in. We're going to zoom in to about 1.2. $1.5. Exponential n, we're going to zoom back out to there. 0.25? No, 0.15. We're going to do 0.25, but we're going to zoom out just a hair. kind of like that. Let's see what we can do. What we can do with gameplay there. What if we do something kind of like that? And we're going to we're going to do that kind of structure because it's interesting and it always looks super cool whenever I see it in layouts, so we're going to do it. We're going to do another one of those. We're going to scale it down to 0.25, and I just took a Steam screenshot. That's wonderful. But what we're going to do, we're going to do a black orb into that gravity portal because they're always super fun to do. And we're going to do a regular gravity portal, and we're going to scale it down to 0.5. And we're going to take this little thingy thing, and we're going to recycle it and put it right there. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay. It doesn't feel like these are doing much, so we're just going to get rid of those 2 clicks, and we're going to replace them with something that feels more powerful. I don't like that. We're gonna do that. But that's too powerful, so we're gonna do that thing. Wonderful. I don't like that feature. I don't like that it does that. And I wish it would not. What do we do here? We're going to shift that back a little bit so it feels like an easier timing to do. We're going to do something like that. That was kind of perfect, but it's so perfect that I don't feel comfortable putting it in the level. I don't know what to do for that click. Do we just do a pink orb? A porb? I don't know. And we're gonna maybe shift the gravity back to normal here. We're gonna see how that plays out. Okay, buddy. So shift that over a bit. We put a slope here, maybe. So, here's the question. Do we lower the brightness of this so that it looks a little bit more faded and put a black orb at low opacity? Is that a thing that we do? I don't think I want to put it at low opacity, but like, you know what, we're just going to put this at a low opacity. We're going to set this to group 3 and put an alpha trigger at the beginning of the level that sets group 3 to maybe 50% opacity. I don't know what that looks like. It's not invisible enough for me. I want it to be like a little bit less visible, but not so invisible that GD colon would absolutely lose it on me. I don't know. What do we do? We want this to be no touch. We want there to be gameplay inside of this little thing, but we want it to fade in as we get into it. So maybe what we do is, like, I'm just going to take this thing and bring it over to there so that it's a little bit easier to copy paste if I ever need to. That doesn't feel secretive enough. It feels too bulky. Okay, we're going to do that thing. And how about we make it to whenever we click this orb. We're going to set this to spawn only. We are going to have we're going to have these on a separate group. We're going to have them on group 4. So we're going to have group 4 have 0 opacity, and we're going to have another trigger at the beginning set to spawn trigger with group 4, 25% opacity, and we're going to have that on group 5 so that whenever we have this toggle orb triggered, we activate group 5. Maybe? Let's see if that works. That kind of works, though. We're going to have that. Hide and no effects. I love that click so much, and I don't know why I put it in there. We're also going to have a zoom in trigger, maybe, set to group 5 and spawn triggered. We're going to have it on exponential in out. No, we're going to have it on sine in out, right? Is that what we want? We're going to set that to 0.5, not 0.25. We're going to maybe have a little porb right there. Nope. Do we have something there or something? I don't know. And we're going to copy paste this to there so that we have no hitbox there and also the same brightness. So yeah, it's going to be cool. We also need to have this on group 4. We're going to have a little thing right there. Does it feel like you're inside of something? Or does it just feel like gameplay? And whenever we hit this black orb, how about we have another toggle orb that is set to toggle group 6 at spawn only. We're gonna... Bug just flew in my face. 0.9. Sign in out. We do that thing. We're gonna see if this works. What did we zoom out to here? 0.8. Okay. And we need to put that on group 4. Is it on spawn trigger? Nope. We need to make it so then. Bro, why? It's not doing anything. It's because I didn't put a group on it. There we go. What if we also made an offset trigger that's also on group 5 that is also set to spawn trigger? It's set to sign in out. I don't want to deal with the bug. We're just going to do it and we don't care. We're going to place something at the center of the screen. And we're going to set that to group 7. 7, follow, X only. Signing out. We're going to get rid of that first for a minute. We're going to set group 7 to follow the player X. Hold up. We need a guide because we don't know what we're doing. We're going to set this to no touch as well, but we're going to put that thing right there. We're just going to set it to hide for no particular reason. We don't need to set that toggle orb to group 4 because we're going to have it on hide and no effects. What if we have it no duration? Maybe. I don't know. I kind of like that. So we're going to have an offset trigger set to spawn. Plus 40, ease in, or sign in out, I guess I should say. And we're going to set it to group 4. Not 4. 5. We're going to set this one to group 6. So that it can, yeah. I don't like that. We're not going to do it that far up. We're going to offset it by 10, correct? We're not going to set it to X only either. We want it to follow the Y as well. So what is smooth velocity? So recommend no easing, so we're not going to do any easing. And we're going to do a 0.5 duration. That was fun. We're going to do that number. We're going to set this to group 6 because we're going to change it to 0 opacity. Okay, and we're gonna structure this a little bit because this is looking a little bit bland. And we're not gonna keep that because we don't like the little block. The little block just doesn't look good. At least in that sense. We don't want it to feel super claustrophobic. We don't even want it to be super hard this time around. Normally we're trying to get like super stupid hard, but I don't really want to make the level super stupid difficult this time because I don't think I would find that very fun. We're going to make it a floaty spike. There we go. So now it's super floaty and stuff. Yeah. It's interesting, but I don't know if I like it. There we go. And there we go. Why did it do that? That's so weird. We're going to do something kind of like that to make it kind of do a dotted line type thing. Do we like it? Does it look good in the level? Nah. We don't like it. We're gonna do some complex structuring. Hooray! Okay, so what are we gonna do for this weird looking structure? Don't make it super dumb difficult. Wait, We don't need that thing anymore there because we have that. Oh my gosh. Is that super dumb hard? I think it flows nicely, yeah. So let's finish up the structure. And we will do that spiky thing because I love doing that now. I love this song so much. Hello. I'm not cheating, guys, I promise. Okay, and we did that weird little thing, and we're gonna scoot that over by a quarter of a block, but that was a half block in that sense, so we're just gonna say a quarter block. Haha. We have our little corner thing. And we love our little stuff going on here. We're gonna do something kind of like that so we can, yeah. Close but not quite, but I don't know if I like how it just extends up into the abyss like that. So we're going to make it not do that. And we're gonna make it do something kind of like this weird thing, right? This sort of weird thing, yeah. There we go. We found what we were looking for. All right. It doesn't fit the style of structuring that I was doing right here, so you know what? We're just gonna completely abandon that in favor of old reliable. Is that good? Or did I just completely nuke something that was like not actually as bad as I made it out to be? I think it's fine. I think we just need to figure out a way to like put the stuff in the level correctly. I think that's what we need to do. Do we do this thing? Is that a thing that we do? Question mark? Is that a thing that we like? Because I think it looks interesting, but does it? Oh my gosh, it looks so cool, but I don't want to do it because it's super dumb hard. It looks super intimidating, so I don't think that it's the best choice for us to do. What if we did something like that and we got rid of this? Oh, but now that looks weird and that's gonna be like stupid and stuff. Oh my gosh, this was so weird. thing to decide to do. But the thing is, this just looks so cool, and I don't want this level to be super hard. Oh my gosh. I've managed to do this much stuff in the span of 40 minutes. At least I'm actually spending time on doing things now. So like actually taking time to consider what stuff actually brings to the table and what stuff really doesn't need to exist. That's gonna like make me mad the entire time, so I'm just gonna do that thing and it's gonna be fine. Okay, what do we do? What do we do for this structure right here? For this structure is weird. And we don't know what to do for this weird structure. Heh. Probably shouldn't have done that. What is this? What are we going to do with this little thing? No, I didn't want to do that. What if we just go with old reliable extreme demon here? But you see, the thing is, it's not that hard. I've been able to nail it like every single time I've playtested through it. So, I mean, I guess it's fine. I don't know. We're gonna see once we actually get to the stuff and the stuff. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but I was going somewhere. Okay. What are we gonna do? See, like, it's an easy jump to make. But, like, that doesn't feel right, and that doesn't feel right, so we're gonna scooch them to where they do feel right. Picking up what I'm putting down. Smelling what I'm stepping in. Because those are words that regular people say. I'm going to turn on hitboxes so we can see what we're doing here. And instead of a blorb, we're going to put a borb. We're going to turn off hitboxes now because that's annoying. Okay, now we're going to do this. Yeah, kind of like that. So now to get back to the structuring, like we were doing originally, before we got sidetracked. Okay, what do we do? This song gets stuck in my head so easily because it is such a good song. But like eventually one of these days I'm going to get like I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Something will though. Where's our glow? There's our glow. Okay. I don't like how it's off though. Like why does it do that? How do I make that fit? No, this is all following apart. Yes, those are words. It's all following apart, guys. Me when everything follows apart. Okay. How are we going to make this work? I don't you see. Here's the thing. The thing is, this is so weird because, like, yeah, but also, wow, my words are not working. What I need is 2 of these. Wait, is that what I need? No, no, it's not. What? What am I even trying to do? I'm trying to make these spikes visible, but, like, how necessary is that? Am I even doing something that I need to do? Or do I just need to put spikes there so that people know that they're not supposed to be able to do that, even though there is absolutely no way in the history of this world that they will ever be able to touch this slope? We're still going to put something there because it looks cool. It's exhausting being me sometimes, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. There we go. Will that make things too... I don't know. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. You know why? Because it works. We're gonna do that thing. No, we're not. We're just gonna put it there. And it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun to play, and you're gonna play it, and you're gonna like it. I don't know what I'm gonna actually do with this level, but I feel motivated for some reason to actually finish this. Let's see how long that lasts. What? There we go. Thanks. That makes me feel a lot better about that. I don't know. That makes me feel a lot better at things, about things. I don't know. What my words today, man. Oh, that was fun. Let's not do that again. We're going to make it to where you can't do that or else you'll die. And we're going to put consequences for not clicking here. Because there will be consequences. Like you have to click here. Or else, bam, consequences. Consequences for your actions. Served to you on a silver platter. You also can't jump on that thing, or else you will die. We know how to do really good level design, guys. We really don't. This is probably like the most decent piece of gameplay that I've ever made, like, in my life. And yet we're, like, super, super proud of it. And we don't entirely know why. It's literally just 4 structures, a gear, and 3 orbs. And we are so proud of it. Let's continue working on this thing that we're so unnecessarily proud of. Let's also hide this, because I think it's ugly. I'm sorry, I zoned out for a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, let's do things now. What things are we gonna do? Let's find out. Whee! Is that like super dumb hard? Yes, it's super dumb hard. We're not gonna make it super dumb hard. We're gonna make it like maybe insane demon level. So difficult that we probably can't verify it ourselves, but in the end, why does it actually matter if you verify something? Because you can't upload it to the server, nerd. Wow. Gosh, you're such a nerd. Okay. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. Because... Haha. Yeah. Woo. I don't like it. Bye-bye. We're gonna do that thing. There we go. That looks a lot better. Nice job. Okay. So what are we gonna do now? I'll put something right here just because. How do we continue this out in a way that makes sense? We put a thing there, and we don't do that. Maybe we do that. No, that looks stupid. So I want to connect this to this somehow. Oh, whoa. I'm controlling my mouse with a controller. Oh wow, that's fun. Oh wow. Okay, I'm done. I have marveled at that, so now I'm through marveling at that. Is that okay? Is that good? Nope. I don't like it. Scrap it. What do we do? What do we do for this? That's too super dumb hard. So we're not going to do that. What if we change to... No, we're not going to change to mini there because it's... Like, the gameplay is already set in stone, guys. We're not going to change it. We're going to make it to where you have to click that early, or else you die. How about we add some consequences? Everybody loves consequences. Oh, and we got to do our little thing. Here we go. Now it looks infinitely better. Are you sure it doesn't just look stupid? Shut up. Nobody asked you. I'm talking to myself, by the way. So y'all don't just have random conversations with y'all selves? Y'all are weird. What do we do? Here. So I like the stuff that we have going on here. I don't know why, but I feel like the gear feels out of place. Am I just making that up? I think I'm just making that up. Okay. We're just going to move on, and we're going to worry about that later. Okay. So we are going to put a block and a spike. And we're going to put a slab right there. We're going to put a smaller spike, and we're going to put a block. Do we put a tiny spike? Yes, we do. See, it matches the arc of the jump. It doesn't look too bad, actually, and I don't think it's super dumb hard. Oh. That feels kind of super dumb hard, so we're going to do that. Just flip it. But that's also super dumb hard, so we're just going to flip it back and move it down some. A quarter of a block. How about that? I don't suck at balancing. You suck at balancing. Do we do a slightly smaller gear right here just to fill up some space? Yes, we do. Oh, the thing just kind of went crazy there. I don't like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're going to do that little platformy bit. And we're going to see if it's super stupid difficult. It's super stupid difficult. We're going to make it not super stupid difficult. But that's too not super stupid difficult. My speech is making sense, as always. We're going to get rid of that thing and see how it plays out. It's not too bad, actually. So we're just going to do that. But we don't like it. It doesn't have enough clicks in there. It needs 2. There we go. I'm going to shift that over 1 block. There's our thing. We're going to put it right there. We're going to put that right there. See how that plays. Maybe let's make a mini right here. We're getting sidetracked again. We need to be working on this space right here and nothing else. We're gonna put this bad boy right here. Whoa. Oh, I had that selected. That's why it disappeared off the face of the earth, because it was, yeah, weird stuff. I don't know. See what happens if we don't click that pink orb. That porb. Is there a problem now? I really hope I'm not having a skill issue now. I'm having a skill issue. Help. Please. And I was trying to see what happens whenever you don't click the pink orb. I'm having a skill issue now. Okay, I mean, you still die, but you don't die for the reason I want you to die, but at least you die. ADHD in action right there, guys. Okay, let's see. What do we do for this space that is very empty and needs to be not empty? How about we put something like that that turns into something like that? No, that looks funny. And by funny, I just mean it looks weird and stupid. And I'm not gonna put it back in. This is difficult to figure out, but I got it. There we go. What if we do that thing? Does that look fun and entertaining? I've seen more fun and entertaining things in my years of living, but I think that that's fine. That's not fine, but maybe this is. Nope. I haven't used these in a really long time, and I have absolutely no idea why I would need to use them. I have absolutely no idea why I said that either. Probably just because. I don't know. Can you dive if you hit that or something? I don't know. I guess we'll leave that up to future nerd. Nerd of the future is screaming at me right now because he has so many jobs. I put so many things on the shoulders of future nerd. Future nerd gets so many chores. Do we flip it? Nope. It's fine just like it is. Okay. So what do we do? Where does it look like it needs space? Excuse me while I scoop my keyboard. I think we're good. I think we can move on to this area now. I want things to stem from that little area right there. I want things to stem from the base, if that makes any sense. Like, I want structures that are connected to the base in a way that doesn't look weird. And we're going to need to use hitboxes for this because it's like you cannot see anything. Go. Do we like that? We're going to add that to group 4. Let's see if that looks all right. We're going to turn off hitboxes again. That's okay. I mean, it works and it's things. So yeah. So what do we do now? What we do now is well, do we do that? I think yes, we do. Because I think it looks cool. There we go. We got that thing. And maybe we just do that thing that we do like all the time. Do we like that thing? I think we like it enough to like have these here. We're going to put them on no touch. And we're going to tone their brightness down so that it's clear. Well, we're going to tone their brightness down more than that so that it's clear that they are not touchable. There we go, question mark. Ah, oh, hello. DJ Brunch, what is up? Welcome to the chat. Okay. That's super stupid. difficult and I don't want to do it. I don't like those being there. We're going to put those there instead. And we're going to add that also to group 4. We're going to turn off the hitboxes. And we're going to play test it. Oh, and we need to make the, hi. It just went all weird on me right there. Okay, we're going to make those invisible. Okay, so that did exactly what I wanted it to. Okay. So that's pretty great. That also did exactly what I wanted it to. Just dropped in to see how building levels works and started playing on the iPad about a month ago, and I've watched him copying and edit levels. Well, I mean, I enjoy editing like our pre-existing levels, but I've got several projects that I still haven't finished, but still things. It's fun to do. I really enjoy the process. Now, is that done, or there are still things that we need to do? We need to add consequences for not clicking here. But what are we? How are how are we going to do that? Yes, I am on PC. Do we? Let's see. Are we gonna put slopes going down to the thing? There we go. Half block up. No. Half block. What? What are we doing? What? Huh? What? What? Whoa. There we go. We got that fixed. So now we're going to put a thing and try to get it to fit. We're going to put a square and try to get said square to fit in the square hole. Yes. Oh, and hey, that actually kind of works pretty perfectly. But we're still going to do that just because. And we're going to make that like that so it's not super claustrophobic. And no, we don't do that. We do that so that it fades in whenever we go into there. Oh, and we're also going to turn off hitboxes because they're annoying. Fun things. We're going to turn down the brightness of those a little bit more so that it's just even more clear, you know? Because I don't think I'm signaling it perfectly. I think I'm signaling it pretty well now. Let's see. We're going to turn on ignore damage just to play test. What do we do coming out of there, though? That's the question. We're just going to drop a start position right there. Why does a camera go crazy after doing that? I don't like how the camera goes insane. We put a thing right there. Maybe put a black orb right there. Let's see. We need to put some more cool structures here so that the player doesn't get bored as easily. Do we like that, or do we want to go with a different set of structures right here? I think we're going to go with a different set of structures right there, and we're not going to put that on group 4. We're going to take it off of that. We're going to have to do something a little bit different for that little change in the music. We got plenty of time to do the stuff and the stuff. I don't think we want to do that. What if we put a full portal there? Is that cool or something? Or is that, like, not? I don't know. I'm sure with a bit of, my gosh. I'm trying to be wholesome and it's not working. We're not going to change to full size there. That could be a pretty cool coin route, though. What if we did that thing? You haven't put a single green orb until now. A single gorb. We're gonna set these to multi-activate, right? Well, that just looked weird. That just looks hilarious, and not at all what we want to happen. What if instead of that, we did one of those? It's something that I found. It's a song that tends to get used, like, not a whole lot, but also not a whole lot in the game. Because with Geometry Dash, you have songs that are made by real people. And, of course, yeah, sometimes that will result in your stuff getting, like, taken down and stuff because of copyright, but I at least try to make sure that my stuff isn't the stuff that I use. It's the song is called "Burning Sands" by Boom Kitty. If you want to go give it a listen, it's a really great song, and Boom Kitty is a really amazing artist. It's an amazing, and it's got a really great bass soundtrack too. Oh shoot, I did that thing. But stuff and things. 0.5, do we want to do that? Maybe sign out. No, exponential out. I want to go like, boom, boom. And I want it to be super cool and super crazy. Elastic out, maybe? Fun. Ease out. I don't know. I don't know my easing methods in Geometry Dash. I don't like it. Let's just do sign. No, because I don't like it. Like, it just makes me feel weird and stuff. We're gonna make it zoom out to 0.75. But we're gonna make it zoom out to 0.5. With nothing, right? Nope, that doesn't look good. I don't know what to do for that because I want it to look cool. We're gonna rotate just like 2 degrees. Exponential out. Does that look cool? It doesn't preview the camera effects. We're gonna do maybe 5 degrees. 2 degrees isn't noticeable enough. A full second, maybe? Okay, I like a full second. We're spending so much time on the camera effects that we're not even making, like, the level. I find that hilarious. Three degrees, actually. If we do that, we're gonna try to, like, match it to the song as best we can. Oh, and we gotta fix that. But we're gonna hide and no effects that, so that it automatically just resets your gravity. Oh, well, why does it do that? Huh. That's odd. I don't know. And it still does that, even though it's like, whatever. We're just gonna warp it so that its hitbox is still relatively the same. There we go. That's pretty much what we're trying to accomplish. Turn off hitboxes again. And to match the more, like, I don't know, something of the song, we're going to set the gravity to just a hair lower. 0.95. Need a 0.9 just for laughs and giggles. We're going to put a pink orb right there. Try to get it to fit. I don't know. It's fine. And we're going to do something like that, maybe? Like that. Question mark? Nope. I don't know what we're going to do here. We're going to do something, but we're just having a little bit of trouble figuring out what said something is. We're going to turn off ignore damage just so that we can... Oh, hello. Hide and no effects. There we go. I want this to have, like, large enough structures, not like super huge or large like some other things that I've made, but I want the structures to feel substantial enough to be like it makes sense in my brain, trust me. Like it makes sense in my brain. It's not making sense in my words, and it's just like that sometimes. Boop a doop a doo. You come by it naturally, words that is. Yes. Yes, I do. We're gonna do this thing because there's two things happening in the music at that spot. But we're gonna make that a little bit easier to hit because we're not weird people, or we're not that kind of weird people. We're gonna put a big portal. What are the hitboxes looking like? We're gonna scale it down to 0.5 so it looks a little bit more presentable. And we're gonna turn off hitboxes, and we're gonna push that up just a little bit so that it looks just the slightest bit more presentable. There we go. No, we want it 0.5, not times 5. Yeah. Um. What if we did that? We're putting a lot of slopes in this part. What if we did that? We're going to put like a little bit of a grounding point for me so we can just view how the camera rotations actually look. Okay, I kind of like it though. It's kind of cool. I like the way it does the thing. And that's the only way I can think to put that into words. So that's all y'all are getting, unfortunately. Or possibly fortunately, depending on how you look at it. What are we going to do with the gameplay? We're spending so much time on visual effects that we're not actually developing the gameplay. We're so smart, guys. We're going to set this to free mode so it doesn't feel like super trapped and stuff. 0.5. We're going to rotate it by 45 degrees that way. We're going to we're going to rotate it. But okay, what are we doing? We're not rotating. We want to scale. We're going to actually put that thing right there. We're going to move these up a little bit so that it's a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. There we go. Maybe that plays well. We will see. We're going to change those to the slabby things so that it's just a little bit better or something. I don't know. We did that. Don't know. What if we changed to mini here, though? Yeah, I think that might work. Okay, then. Or maybe we just, like, I don't know. We need to do something here, but I don't know what said something is. As I've probably said 100 times before. Our brains are shorting out here. We're going to direct you to go into there. And we're going to put a platform down here for you to land on. And we're going to put these on a group, but not this, because that's pointless, because it'll be out of view. We're going to set this to touch trigger, to group 8. .5 maybe, 0 opacity, and we're gonna warp it to where it gets to like that. My screen just went everywhere. And we need it to extend to there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make it extend to there, like that, see? And what if... Or, well, first, let's put this thingy here. There we go. Now that looks cool and stuff. Yeah. Oh, and we'll need to add those to group 8. There we go. We want it to be in the center of the camera, so let's just like we're going to set a rotate trigger. Camera rotate. 0 degrees. There. It's not quite in the center, and we want it to be centered. We want these to also be on group 8. I'm going to set this to hide and no effects, and this too, even though we can't see it. Group 8. We're going to set these to hide and no effects so that we can, yeah. We're going to set the alpha trigger, group 8.5, 100 opacity. No, we don't want it on group 5, we want it on group 8. And we're going to zoom in. We're going to do exponential in on the zoom out. We're going to change it to triple speed here. There we go. We gotta, like, actually do things. Does that look okay? I mean, is that transition, like, good and stuff? Well, we're not even playing the level that we made correctly. Well, I don't know if I like the zoom thing. We want it to line up perfectly with that portal. So we're going to do that. We don't need to do that. We're going to turn off hitboxes. Do we want to put a ship portal here, though? That could be interesting. Could be interesting to be a ship here. We're going to do free mode. We're gonna run through it in this mode. Oh, well, we need to fix the thing if we're gonna even dare to look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. We're gonna select everything and turn on no glow because it looks ugly like that. Fun things. We're having fun in Geometry Dash today. So much fun. So much fun. Yay! Oh my gosh. I can't even play my own level. You know, we're gonna do this thing. I fear I may have made this, like, super stupid hard. Yeah, that was intentional. Normally the death sound is like some weird EDM explosion sound, but I broke into the game files and replaced it with the Taco Bell gong, so yeah. I'm just gonna sit here and vibe. I love this song so much. Okay, that's enough of that. I have a finished level because I completed it in, yeah, in the practice mode and stuff like that. I did that thing. What is z order -6 ... 6, 12, 10. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of that makes a lot more sense than 6 ... 6 and 10 and 12. That makes a lot of sense actually. And I can't make good ship structuring to save my life, but I'm at least gonna try. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't know why it does that. That's kind of stupid if you ask me. What if I did this funky thing? That's too funky. I don't like it. No! There we go. Is that cool? We're going to do that thing again. And it looks like that, and it looks super cool. And stuff like that. We're going to have this in there for a little bit of variety, maybe. And we're going to have these, like, extended to the screen's edge so that, like, it just gives, like, a sense of maybe, like, the word I'm looking for is grandeur. I don't know. But, like, a sense of, like, wow, this is, like, super huge right here. Like, the level is super huge right here, and that's what I'm going for right now. We're going to put some ground spikes there, and we're going to put some glow so that it stands out, so that the people can see it. There we go. That's the thing that we do there. Expansive, yes. So that it feels expansive. That's a really good word. Okay. And we're going to put a couple of more gears so that that one right there doesn't look super out of place. Put it right there. Yes, 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 we do. And we extend that way down. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, yes, we do. Okay, and then we do that thing, except it's off center, so we're going to put it back on center. It's still off center. There we go. That's all. That's not as off center as it was before, and that's great. Do you want to do something like this? Question mark. We're just going to sort out what we're going to do. We're going to do, no, we're going to do that thing. There we go. We want it to be a little bit earlier, though. There we go. We got that fun little thing done. We did that. Okay. So. Hey, wait. I've got an idea. How about that? Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. I love that. All right, I'm keeping that. I am keeping that like every day of the week. All right. So we're doing that thing. I feel like it's not interesting enough though. Like it should be fine, but like maybe we plop a couple of spikes on it, like mini spikes. Is that good? I don't know. There we go. We did that thing. I don't know if I like the mini spikes. I'm going to take them off. Or we're going to put them on the inside. And do this crazy thing. No, that was a joke. I'm not doing that. We're just gonna keep it like that, and if it feels empty, then we'll fill it in later, but we're not doing that right now. We already have a slope right there, so we're not gonna do that. We do so many things with slopes. Like, I do a lot of stuff with slopes and stuff, and I need to probably not do as much stuff with slopes. No, I hate how it does that. What if we did a thing here? I don't know where I was going with that. How long did I just sit in silence for? I don't know. It'll be fine. Wait a minute. I just got an idea. What if we took a text object E, set the group color channel 2 to blending, white with blending. We're going to turn off preview mode. We're going to turn on preview mode. We're going to change the background color to that so that we can actually see what we're doing. What I'm trying to go for is like a chain type thing. We're going to change the background back to black. Okay. I want chains to be holding that thing. But I have no idea how to do that. Maybe it's in the pixel blocks? No, it's not going to be in the pixel blocks. Oh, well, there are literally chain objects right there. We're gonna set them to blending. We're gonna change their brightness. We're gonna tone it down a bit. No, we're not gonna set them to blending actually. And turn their brightness down just a little bit. And we're gonna does that get across what I want it to get across? I think it does. What I think we could do though is we could put some blocks right there. And copy values and paste color. Nobody's going to be looking right there, right? It'll be fine. Okay, let's see. Okay, I like that, but I think we could stand to move the blocks up just a little bit higher. And we put one of these little thingy things right here. And of course, we paste color. There we go. So let's see how that works once we put spikes on it. They could stand to be a little bit darker. There we go. Just so it's still a little bit more dark. Just so it's clear that you're supposed to go through here and this is not a solid object. But then I gotta make sure that nobody goes through here. We're just gonna do that with some gears. Bam, problem solved. Okay. Okay, what do we do now? There we go. Now that looks like it's got a little bit more substance to it. Okay. What do we do now? Ooh, I just thought of an interesting idea that we could do. Or at least try to do. Maybe we could try to make it look like this block is crumbling and falling apart. First off, we're going to need to set this to hide. go. How long is the average geometry dash level? The maximum or the minimum amount of time that it would need to be for it to be for it to get rated is 40 seconds. Mine is 19 seconds long. I have a couple of levels that are like rate worthy length, but like that will represent part of that. And we are going to no. We want to split that. And I just took a Steam screenshot. Does that look like it's falling apart? No, it just looks like a dotted line. What if we put some corner pieces in various places? Around here. Looks like it got blown apart. Well, if it looks like it got blown apart, then that's good, because that's the idea. Well, I would like it to look like it's falling apart from the bottom, like it's like it's being held up by some force, but it's still like it's like this bottom half is trying to fall off of it, but it's like frozen in time or something. I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it works for now. It gets the point across. It'll get the point across to future me. I don't know if I like those things though. So, what do we do now? Oh, it's actually getting a little bit. I'm a little bit over my normal time. So, with this fun thing accomplished, I think that's a pretty good place to stop for this week. If you did enjoy, I encourage you to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I normally stream every Saturday at like 3 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to join, then I will see you. But till then, I am the nerd who plays things. Bye, y'all.